Okay, everyone, it's January and it's the first Disney Chooses My TBR. All right, so I'm not going to sum up the categories for this first month because I did post a video and it lists all the categories for the cards in this game. So just a quick sum up, I'm going to draw 3 cards to determine 3 of the books on my TBR. And then I will also be reading a book club pick for my book club, of course. And then I will also be reading 1 book from the 5-star predictions book, and I'll have that linked below. Make sure to check out the categories of the game so you can see what cards equal what genre or what criteria for a book. I've been dying to make this video for a really long time, but I haven't. I waited till New Year's Eve, which will explain the fireworks sound outside, by the way. Sorry about that. But I've wanted to make this video, but I didn't want, I'm so excited about picking these books this way that I didn't want to do it too early, and then it just wouldn't be that exciting, I guess. So anyways, without much further ado, let me draw my 3 cards. Oh, I'm so excited. Dory. I drew the Dory card, which means that I need to read a book with ocean, water, fish, anything to do with water on the cover, in the title, or as a setting. All right, second card. Pluto. I drew Pluto, so that means I need to read a book with a pet on the cover. I already have one in mind, so I'm really excited about that. And last one. Never mind. Not the last one. I drew Donald. Donald does not have a category, so I have to pick 2 more books to go. So instead of 3, I have to pick 4. If you watch my rules video, you'll find out that one of the criteria is that if one of the characters on a card does not have a category, that means I have to add another book to my TBR. So now I have to draw 2 more. God, I hope I don't draw another no category. I'm never going to have time to read. It doesn't help that January is a really busy month for me. Okay. A Dalmatian, which means I need to read another book with a pet on the cover. We're going animals this week, or this month, I guess. And hopefully, last but not least, I can't believe I already have my first month and I have an extra book. Oh my gosh, Simba, which means I need to read a book with an animal on the cover. So let me go hunt for my books and I will be right back. Okay, I've got all my books. Actually, one of them I will be reading on the Scribd app, and that is actually my very first one, which I pulled the Dory card for, and that is Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. This is such a beautiful cover. Obviously, I will place a picture of it over here so I don't have to show you my phone. It's such a beautiful cover. So I actually don't know a lot about this book. This was recommended for me on my Scribd account, and I judged a book by its cover and thought it was beautiful. It has jellyfish on it. It's just beautiful. But according to its synopsis on Scribd, it follows a half Japanese teenager who is struggling with social anxiety and her narcissist mother in the wake of a crushing rejection from an art school that was something that she just was dreaming of. So I know it actually won several awards, and it comes to me very highly rated. It is young adult, so it should be a pretty quick read for me. And again, I'm really excited to just look at this stunning book cover. It's just so pretty. I know I shouldn't judge a book by a cover, but I do every time. The next card I drew was the Pluto card, and I chose The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. This one has been on my TBR for a really long time. I know my mom has read it. It's been made into a movie, which I haven't seen. I probably won't see. But I've heard it's amazing, and I'm thrilled to be finally getting to it on my list. After that, I drew the Simba card, which means I need to read a book with an animal on the cover, and so I picked MODOK by Ralph Helfer. This is based off of a true story about the greatest elephant that ever lived. My mom says it's such a cute book. Again, this has been on my list for a really long time. I'll be honest with you, I picked it because it's kind of short. It's just like 301 pages, I think. It's like just over 300 pages. So I picked it because it was short, and come on, look at this. He's got his arm around the elephant. I guess I could have picked this for a pet, but I don't really know if he's a pet. Like, maybe he's a pet. He's probably a circus elephant, let's be real. But it just looks so cute, and I've heard it's really good. And I just love the cover. More judging books by their cover. Let's just keep doing that. I then chose another pet card. I had to choose another card because I drew the dreaded uncategorized card of Donald Duck. So I had to draw a fourth book, and that fourth book was another pet on the cover. Like, it's just an animal month. And I actually struggled finding some more on my shelf. And I know I could get on Scribd and I could find one, but I kind of want to get through the ones that are on my shelf already. So I went and picked one. I think I got it at a library sale a long time ago, and that is The Darkest Evening of the Year by Dean Koontz. I have read several books by Dean Koontz. He typically does kind of like a, he's a little bit of a quirky writer. Like I've read a couple of the Odd Thomas books, and talk about quirky. Those are adorable, and like I said, like dark humor, kind of like a paranormal type thing. I don't believe this falls into that category. All I know about this is the main character owns like a shelter for, or like a I don't know if it's like a rehabilitation center. Let's see. Yes, so an organization that rescues abandoned and endangered golden retrievers, and she takes in this one dog, and this dog just like changes everyone's life. But also when this dog comes into the picture, all of a sudden there's like these really mysterious things happening, like a home invasion, and like basically everyone just feels like they're being watched, like something weird is happening and we don't know what it is. So it's like a pet mystery. I don't know if it's really a pet mystery. That sounds kind of lame, but it has a dog on the cover, so it qualifies for my card. As you know, I planned on reading 5 books this month, but I had that extra 6. But the other 2 that were not chosen by cards are my book club pick of the month with my dear friends in my book club, and one of the books from my 5-star predictions video, which is linked below if you haven't watched that. I will be reading, and I've actually already started it. I am not very far in. I am 63 pages in, so I'll count it as my first read for January. But for my book club, I am reading This Is How It Always Is by Lori Frankel. This story follows a family with 5 boys, and I haven't gotten very far, but I can tell you right now, it very, very accurately describes parenthood so far. So I already like really super duper relate to the parents in this book. But the last boy that was born, the 5th boy, Claude, is special. He is just such a wonderful heart. And based on the back of the book and what I have read so far, Claude is 100% convinced he is a girl. He wants to be a girl when he grows up. And right now he's only like 4 or 5 in the book, so the parents aren't really sure. They just know that they love him, and the brothers they just know that they love him for who he is. And I'm really interested to see how this book goes moving forward. But so far I'm really enjoying it. And for my 5-star predictions, I obviously did not pick one of my 500 to 600 page predictions because I had an extra pick this week. I'm sorry, this month, but I went ahead and picked The Silent Patient. Oof! That's fireworks. It's New Year's Eve. Yay! I swear if they wake my children. Let me try this again. I'm reading The Silent Patient by Alex. I don't know how to say his last name, but I'm going to read The Silent Patient. I feel like it's going to be a quick read because I feel like it's going to really suck me in because it is a thriller and it's going to have a crazy twist at the end. I already know that. I just don't know what the twist is. So I've got a busy month ahead of me, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off this video and go ahead and start reading. Make sure to hit subscribe below so you can see an update at the end of the month, and I'll see you next time.